calls. Just sporadically. I'm just not. I don't know. It's because when I was a teenager, I lived on the phone and I made phone calls. I'm talking to my friends for hours, and stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe I just changed. I don't know. But anyway, I didn't know it. And when I actually picked up the phone and I listened to it, I said, this is horrible. We need to do something about it. Of course, AT&T. Their background is, among other things, internet, but also phones. Had it for years. My mother has had the same phone number ever since I've been alive, and I'm 50 years old. So it just made sense. But then it turned into something really odd. Okay, so we went through all of this, and I just was done. I was just done with it. And Miss Mary told him, you know what? I think let's just cancel the order for this.
Sent me the letter
for this
saying,
digital. Exactly, sent you the letter. We tried asking about the letter to see is it a device? Trying to get an idea. Me and Miss Mary went online. We had the Ashley girl talking about a passcode.
And she can't talk to me. She's from the CIA.
And then we didn't know what she was talking about. And then when Miss Mary handed me the phone to kind of finish off things to try to, get it going, because I really wanted it to work. It took a downward spiral with me and Miss Ashley. She started repeating about this passcode, this 4-number passcode. And I kind of became numb to her, because then she was actually having like a little mini episode. And I'm holding the phone, okay, and I'm like, what is up with this passcode? I didn't say that out to her, but I wondered in my head. And then it just got to the point where she was kind of becoming a little hysterical. And I'm like, what is happening here? I mean, so she just said, I can't continue talking to you. There's nothing more I can do for you. I can't help you. I cannot talk. But I wasn't trying to push her to talk to me, but because I had become quiet. So when I don't understand something, this is another thing about me. I kind of shut down. So when something's too much for me, I walk away. That's just what I do. And when something doesn't make sense to me and it just keeps going on and on, I walk away. Okay, so she started to have this mini episode, and she just kept repeating about the passcode. And I kind of thought, is this a joke? What is going on here? Why is this happening? And she says, I can't talk to you anymore. I can't talk. It was like something that I would imagine would happen if something, an event in a movie for the Pentagon or something. Like she couldn't touch this sensitive case or something. I said, okay, I can't talk to you anymore. I just can't talk to you anymore about this. The code. She kept saying the code. So I'm like, so I saw, even though I'm a little something, I became like concerned about her. I don't even know this girl on the other line, because she just seemed like to have a full alarm. Like she had this whole episode, and she kept repeating about this passcode that I knew nothing about. So anyway, they canceled the order. We're gonna fast forward to the even more bizarre point. The whole experience was bizarre. And I told my mom when I gave her the phone, and she says, okay, you know what, Samuel, I think that this is not working out. And to just cancel that order. And he was very accommodating. Okay. So he canceled it. So because it's through the gateway, the light lit up on our gateway. I call it a modem, but they call it a gateway now. Okay, that has phone. It has the capacity to do it. I never paid attention before, but I noticed when we decided to do that, I told Miss Mary, I said, there's a light on here that says phone, like a space. It was never lit up because we didn't have it. And on the back of the gateway, there's a port for it. Clear as day, very straightforward. But for whatever reason, it didn't work. Okay, the next day, now Miss Mary's gonna jump in because I've been hogging this because it really got to me.
You're doing fine.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is that the next day she went to use our actual landline, not the digital situation. Okay, now mind you, this is something else I want to throw in. is that when we decided to do the digital, they gave a day of activation. Makes sense, right? Might have fell on a Monday or something like that. I was under the impression that our actual landline probably would not work, okay, and it would just be the digital service.
Exactly.
This is not the case. Our landline was still on. It was still on. Still on, and this alleged digital that didn't work. When she canceled for the digital and she called to use the phone that was still on, the copper line, landline, what happened, Miss Mary?
It was dead.
Dead.
They had disconnected the landline and gotten rid of the digital. Landline was no longer, no dial tone,
no
total,
AT&T,
no time silent. And I had to resort to using the little cell phone that April had purchased for me for carrying around with me when I'm out in case of emergency. So I just sat there in shock that they turned my landline off. And through different things, April went to different things, agency, the Better Business Bureau, different things to report. How do you just take away the phone?
Right. Fast
forward to, this is getting to be a little lengthy, so I'm going to go on up to what it is. Wingfield or Wingright, some lady called me not on this, tried on the landline because it was dead. She called on the cell phone that I had been using to contact them since they turned my phone off, my landline off. And she was saying that we had complaints and someone would be calling me in the next couple of days. Fast forward. It was not the next couple of days. It was the same day. This person named Rob called me and told me that they were no longer using the prefix for the 3 digits for my phone anymore, and the landline was no longer exist, but he could give me another number and hook me up. So I told him no.
I want to just interject very quickly. This same individual, Rob, said that he called the number.
He said that he had, because he called me on the landline and the line was busy. I said, is that possible?
Now, he just said that it no longer existed.
And the prefix was no longer be used by AT&T.
Okay.
Continue. Okay. So he wanted to know, could he give me another number and so forth. I said, well, I told you I like my landline and I had my number for 50 years. I don't want a new number. Do you know how many people have that number? And he don't have any idea what I went through with not having a number. Just one day it's there and then poops, it's gone. He said, well, that's about the size of it. It's nothing. You could get a new number, but you can't have that same prefix or that number. It's not. Okay. So I said, okay. Well, anything else I can do? No, you can't. You can hang up. That's what you can do.
Okay. So wait for it. What happened yesterday?
Yesterday.
Oh, was
no,
it? No.
Day before yesterday.
Oh, Thursday.
Thursday.
Right. This is Saturday.
Thursday night, I get a text on my cell phone.
Okay.
And they wanted to let me know they were coming yesterday to hook up my phone, which I thought was, well, they said they was coming out to hook up my phone. And I could not fathom, because like I said, I have a lot of medical problems. I take medication. Anxiety had been through a bad week and a bad 2 months, to tell the truth. So I totally, frankly, ignored it.
She started to get